Well, all righty. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Why are you guys late? I don't understand. Why are we late? Why are we late? What is going on? Here we go. Here we go. It's Opsin Thursday, gang. It's Opsin Fluorocarbon Thursday. Thanks for joining us today. We got big things happening tonight. Remember? Big things happening tonight. 5:30 to 6:30. They're having that fish and wildlife meeting. 5:30 to 6:30 tonight. It's that fish and wildlife meeting to tell us what their new proposal is for the lobsters. So we got 5:30 to 6:30. We're going to get to be a part of that meeting with the Fish and Wildlife, California Department of Fish and Wildlife. I've posted links across my social media. ProMar has links to it across their social media. And they're going to tell us what their plans are, what kind of things they're going to do to change lobster fishing. Now, some people on the inside of the industry are telling me it's not going to be a big deal. Well, I don't know, gang. If you tell me you're going to change something, I would love to know what the heck it's going to be. And I want as many of us to be involved. So remember tonight, 5:30, I said, set your alarms on your phones, on your laptops, on your iPads for 5:30. Make sure you're all on this meeting. The link, and I was told it's not a Zoom meeting. Okay, well, it's a meeting, and the link is available on ProMar, on Bloody Decks, on Fish Dope, on CCA.org, and on my website, yoursaltwaterguide.com, and across all my social media. But they're going to do something. They're going to do something to the hoop netting, recreational hoop netters. They say it's not a big deal, but hey, let's just pretend like it's not. And we're all there. At least we're there. Let's all be there. Let's all be there. Let's all just keep our mouths shut, listen to what they have to say. It'll be interesting to see what their new proposals are. And you all want to be involved. This is your fishery. This is our fishery. This is us. This is what we do. Gang, we love to hoop net in the wintertime. We love to hoop net in the wintertime when there's no fish to catch. We like to be out on our boats. We like to catch lobsters. We like to eat lobsters, or maybe we don't like to eat them, but we like to catch them. We like to take our friends out. Let's go. Let's be a part of this meeting tonight. Let's just see what they have to talk about. Let's just see what is going on. I hope that the powers to be that are telling me not to worry about it, I hope they're right. And I hope I'm wrong. And I hope that it isn't a big deal. That would be the best case scenario. I want you all to say, see, I told you so, Dave. Great. That's not going to break my heart if they don't do anything that's going to affect how many lobsters I can take every night, or if they don't change the size, or they don't change the way I can go about it. Those things will be great. I will not complain. But I'll be darned if I'm going to wait for you guys to call me up later and tell me how the meeting went. I'm going to be at this meeting. I'm going to be on the meeting, and I suggest that you all be on the meeting. Gang, if you're watching this over on Facebook, gang, I'm just trying to make sure that we have the best available information. And I'm always there to try to help you catch more fish on your private boat and do all the things that it takes to be better at our favorite recreation, which is fishing. Whatever type of fishing, lakes, streams, lobsters, whatever it is. I'm always wanting to make sure that you have the best experience out on the water. So if you feel at all like I've been helping you at all and you're still not a member of my website, drop me a few stars. If you are a member of my website, you've already dropped me stars. Keep dropping me some stars. Let me know you appreciate what I do, and I'll keep doing it. But this meeting tonight, the funny thing is they say we're going to all have an opportunity to share. And then they're giving us from 5:30 to 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. How in that? You know me. It takes me 10 minutes just to tell you that I'm selling Opsin USA fluorocarbon. So that's not enough time to talk about our favorite fishery, the spiny lobsters in California, the recreational lobster fishery. But whatever, that's what they're going to give us. They're going to give us an hour. So let's all be on this. Let's all link in and be on this, and let's see what they have to say. Maybe they'll let some of us share. Maybe they won't. But I want to be there, and I think you all should too. I don't care if you don't even like to lobster fish. Gang, they're after so much stuff in the state of California. They want our rockfish. They took my sister is huge. She's standing in the gap, this political thing that my father left. She's standing in the gap with Wayne and with Ken Frankie. My little sister Donna is a saint. She's doing what needs to be done. And we were just talking about this last night because she knows how much I love to grunion hunt. And she knows how near and dear grunion fishing is to me. And I took her first time. My kids have all grunion hunted. Kelly's grunion hunting with me. Grunion hunting is fun, and they're the best bait you could possibly use. And I have a whole section on my website at yoursaltwaterguide.com about fishing with grunion. They just snuck this one by us 2 weeks ago while we were all sucking our thumbs, getting ready for this meeting for the Fish and Wildlife. They took our grunion possession limit to 30. Wham, just like that. We didn't even see it. Most of you don't even know it just happened. That's what's happening in California. They're sliding this stuff through, and we don't have a say in it, or we don't even get to know. Now, if they come over to my house and I have 200 or 300 grunion in my freezer to go fishing with the next time I come with you on your boat, we want to go catch a bunch of sea bass, and calicos and sand bass and halibut. We love to use grunion for bait. I can't have 30 in my possession at one time. I got to have 3 of you on the boat to have 90 of them. This is unbelievable, gang, and they just slid this one in. So I'm telling you this to tell you, I'm telling you that to tell you this. This lobster thing, we don't know what's about to happen. People think they know, but you talk to the people that think they know, and they're going to tell you they didn't know about this grunion thing, and all of a sudden it just happened. Grunion is a huge deal, gang. It's a little tiny bait fish that comes up on the beach and spawns at night. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. There's trillions of them. Trillions. There's no commercial fishery of them. There's no reason to put this restrictive 30 fish limit on them. There's no reason for any of that. But they did it because they can. And gang, I don't want you to be going out hoop netting here in a few months when they open hoop netting back up in October. And you go, wow, I didn't know that happened. Tonight's our opportunity to be a part of the meeting. But man, they took our grunion. It's such a travesty. It doesn't make any sense to me. Just like the copper rockfish doesn't make sense to me now. We're throwing them back. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. If you've ever gone rockfish fishing, my God, they are everywhere. There's no shortage of them, but they're taking those away from us. They're taking the quillbacks. I don't know. I've commercial rockfish for a very long time, and I don't remember quillbacks. I don't remember, and if we ever caught any, we didn't catch very many of them. And now they're like, oh, well, we want the quillbacks too. Well, now you're making shit up. Gang, this is absolutely unbelievable with the price of fuel and all the other things going on. I know. Well, Dave, you're talking about it all matters. It all matters, gang. And this is just what's going on in the state of California. The grunion thing, near and dear to my heart. My kids grew up. My sister grew up. I grew up fishing with grunion, fishing for grunion, going down to the beach at night, going grunion hunting. That's such a cool thing to do, and to get those grunion. There's no problem with the population of grunion. We can't affect it. 90% of those fish that come up to spawn at night, they end up dying from when the tide drops back down. And you go down there in the morning, you'll see them laying all over the beach. But we can't possess them now. We can only have 30 of them. And you can't have them for bait. You have to have them for food. This is just unbelievable what's going on. And now they're going to do something tonight to our lobster fishery. Now, I know they say the powers to be are saying, don't worry about it, Dave. They're just going to change the time you can. Really? I want to hear them say it. I don't want you to tell me about it tomorrow and go, well, shit, I wish you would have been at the meeting, Dave. I wish you would have been there. They wanted someone to talk. And The powers to be told you don't worry about it. Well, that's the first thing that scares the shit out of me. Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. That's twice, and I don't cuss. But that's what scares me, gang, is that they're going to take another fishery away from us. And the word on the street is don't worry about it. You don't need to be at this meeting tonight. You don't. That scares me just to hear them say that, gang. Let's just all go. Be on there. I'm not saying, don't say a word. Don't say Dave Hansen said to raise that, because I said nothing of the kind. Don't raise any problems. Just be aware. Be on the meeting. We're all allowed. We have the links. We're all allowed to be there. Just go. Listen. See what they have to say. Just be there and just see what they have to say. Let's just see what they have to say. Okay? Be with me. Let's all just attend and see what happens. And then, gang, if it's nothing, I won't have a show tonight. I won't have anything to say. But if it's something, I'm coming in hot. We're going to blow this Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube place up. We are going to have the meeting of all meetings tonight. I'm going to go absolutely bananas. I should have went bananas last week when they took away my grunion, but I didn't, because I was worried about affecting the powers to be on what's going to happen with this lobster thing, which is super crucial. One of my big sponsors, Pro Marahi USA, they're very interested in what's going to be said tonight. I'm very worried about it. You should be. I know I am. That's what we're here to talk about today, gang. I know this is Opsin USA Thursday. We always talk about Opsin on Thursday. Get yourself some Opsin fluorocarbon. Go to Opsin USA. Type in the code YSWG, and you'll save, I think it's 20% right now on your Opsin fluorocarbon. And then Greg will ship it to you. I'm not sure what he's charging for shipping, but you're going to save 20% by entering the code YSWG. Listen, gang, tonight it's crucial just to be there. Just to be there. We don't know if we're even going to get a chance to talk, but don't be standing on the side. Share this. Share this show with everybody, gang. I don't care. You know what? Just all of you have friends on social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You all have friends. You don't even know if they know how to fish, but share this with all of your, across all your social media, please. It's important to all of us, gang. You don't know if your kids or your grandkids down the line, or your sister's grandkids, or who's going to want to go fishing. They're slowly just chipping away, just taking more and more and more in California, to where it's going to get to the point where our grandchildren, our grandchildren's children are never going to get to fish again. They're going to see pictures of me, and they're going to go, oh, that's Uncle Dave, or that's Grandpa Dave. He used to do that weird thing in California called fishing. That's where they're headed, gang. That's what's going to be talked about in 30 years from now, when I'm long gone, and the children are going to say, you won't even believe this. Back in 2020, 2022, they were taking away the people's rights to fish in California, and no one was showing up to the meetings. Grandma, Grandpa, why? Why didn't anybody try to save the fishery for us? I would love to have had the opportunity to try to fish. Gang, this is absolutely ridiculous what is going on, gang. And you got to think what I'm just saying is like children. You look at my old interviews with Michael Folks, or look at my old interviews with Philip Freeman or Michael Folks, and check it out. And I talk about the passion that I got from my dad taking me fishing when I was 3 years old. My grandsons and my granddaughter are never, ever going to get the opportunity ever to fish in Laguna. They'll never get to fish in Laguna. That's gone forever. They took Laguna away from us. And we sat I went to all the meetings, and I didn't suck my thumb. I was there. I was talking. I was trying to talk. They wouldn't let me talk, but I was there. And I remember the night that they changed the map, and the industry had spent millions of dollars on attorneys and all these things to have the three maps they laid out. And the one that we could work with was map number 3. And I remember it like it was yesterday. And the next morning, out of nowhere, they sprang map number 4. And that's what we're going with, gang. We never saw map number 4. So don't tell me for 1 second to not worry about what's going to happen tonight. Oh my gosh, I'll be there. I hope you all show up, and I hope you all share this across to all your social media, gang, because there'll be that day, like I said a few minutes ago, when your grandchild or your great-grandchild is going to say, hey, Mom, Dad, wasn't Grandpa or Grandma, didn't they like to fish? You got pictures of them fishing. What is fishing? We're not allowed to do that in California. And they'll be like, yeah, well, your grandpa did. But then they had these meetings, the Fish and Wildlife, and we didn't think it was important back in 2002 to show up. Because it didn't, they told us they weren't going to do anything, and we believed them. Gang, we're it. We need to stand up for our rights to fish in California. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry I rambled because this is so near and dear to me, and I could start crying at any second because of the fact that my grandchildren will never get to fish Laguna, which is one of the most beautiful places on the planet Earth. I started thinking about that just now, and I'm like, oh my God, that's right. My kids got to fish Laguna because I'm an awesome dad, and I took them fishing in Laguna, and they got to see how bitchin' it was. They got to dive in Laguna, and they got to get big, giant rock scallops the size of your heads, and they got to get lobsters, and they got to get big sargo, and they got to shoot and spear big white sea bass in Laguna. All those fish are still there in Laguna. We're just not allowed to go in there anymore. It's just ridiculous, and that's what California is headed for, gang, to where your grandchildren are going to talk about the day. And why didn't you stand up, Grandma or Grandpa? Why didn't you show up at the meetings? Why didn't you talk about it? I wanted a chance to fish because you don't even know your grandkids yet because you don't have any. So please share this across all your social media. I'll see you on the meeting tonight at 5:30. We got 5:30 to 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. I don't care if you're in Texas, Florida, wherever you are. Let's all be on there. Let's all be on there. Oh, you did? Abraham, thank you. That makes my day. Oh, gang, Benny's still looking for a few boats for Real Warriors for tomorrow in Newport, Friday, Real Warriors. Benny Halleck, contact him. He's left messages all over my social media. Abraham, you can put up his number right now on Instagram, over on YouTube. Let's all show up tonight for this meeting. Don't hear about it tomorrow on my show because, man, I'm going to be pissed when I see there's 15 people. And I know I've talked to thousands and thousands of people this week. Gang, drop some stars on me on Facebook. I love you all. Thank you. I'll see you tonight on the meeting. Bye. See you later.